The story of my family is one of triumph and sacrifice. How we led a revolution against tyranny. And now it falls on my shoulders to save my world.
Someone from the future is coming to destroy Krypton. Because where I'm from, your grandson becomes the greatest hero of the universe.
The story of my family isn't about how we died. It's about how we lived.
What is up YouTube, and welcome to this Krypton video. So if you're new to the channel, please do drop a like down below if you enjoyed the video, and do drop a like if you're a regular viewer and you want me to do more Krypton videos, aka if you want me to do regular videos each week for a review and breakdown of each episode of the series when it comes to us in March. So Krypton has dropped a brand new trailer, which I did not really expect this to drop, to be honest, and well, it gives us a big insight just into what is going on with Krypton in the way of what the story is actually about. Now, obviously, from the surface of things, we know that Krypton is going to follow the House of El right deep into the past of the world of Krypton, which, if you didn't know, I don't know why you'd be watching this if you didn't actually know this, but Krypton, the home planet of Superman, it blew up, his parents sent him to Earth, and the rest is comic book history. Now, the thing is, we didn't know much about the story, what the kind of motivation of this show will actually be about, and it seems like they are rewriting quite a lot of the history of Krypton and Superman lore here in this trailer. So it's going to follow the House of El as they are going through some tough times, which I guess the House of El has gone through some really tough times in the past, hasn't it? So in this trailer we do learn the motivation of what is going on in this story. And what is going on is Krypton is under threat, a threat from the future, which they don't explicitly mention here, but it is Brainiac. We did know that Brainiac is the villain of the piece in Krypton. Many of us were wondering how a Superman villain is actually going to be the villain of this, but in the Superman animated series, we actually had the Brainiac who was the world computer of Krypton, and well, it actually decided to, destroy Krypton, which is pretty insane there when you think about it. So it seems like they're changing things up just a tad here with Brainiac. So Brainiac had the option to actually survive and kind of have all of the records of Krypton intact, but what actually happened was he survived and then landed on Earth and fought Superman and things like that. So Brainiac has also as well shrunk the city of Kandor and kept it for himself and things like that. That Kandor was a city on Krypton. So Brainiac is quite a huge villain here. And well, what is interesting is that, well, he has had many different histories with coming from the planet of Kolu, which is, of course, where the Supergirl hero Brainiac 5 will be from as well. And he has had huge different things like that. So it's quite big here that we're getting such a huge villain. But it seems like Brainiac has decided to go back in time and destroy Krypton before and kind of stop Superman from actually existing. So I guess in the Brainiac timeline, Krypton was destroyed, Superman was sent to Earth, but here time has been changed so that Brainiac destroys it way before Kal-El was actually born, so he can destroy Krypton before Superman ever existed, which means that Superman will never be created and Brainiac is free to do whatever the hell it actually wants, which is pretty awesome. So I'm really liking what they've done here. I like the way they've changed the story quite a lot of Brainiac, and I actually can get behind this. I wasn't too excited for Krypton, to be honest. I'm a bit wary of prequels, and well, here we're actually getting something which actually looks interesting and sounds really, really cool. And I was actually listening to the Kevin Smith podcast, the Hollywood Babylon, and he's also mentioned the same interest in this as well. So great minds think alike, don't they? Just like Brainiac. But what we also see here is someone else from the future, and this person is actually Adam Strange. Now, Adam Strange is a huge character, a very cult character within the universe of DC. He is also a time traveler and things like that, which he uses the Zeta beams, and he was sent to the planet Ran, and that is, of course, quite a big planet. The Ran-Thanagar War was something which was humongous in the history of DC. So I wonder if we will actually see Ran in this show as well. Not quite sure if that will actually happen, but that would be very, very big, and considering the fact that the Kryptonians were a spacefaring race until kind of near towards the end of Krypton's life, they stopped exploring space. So that is a bit of a problem. I'm not sure if we'll see more of the worlds of the universe, but that would be really, really fun to see, I think. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Are you excited for this show? I know I am completely excited for this. Now, I'm not sure how much this is actually going to be involved in the kind of DCEU. It was supposed to be a prequel to Man of Steel. It has the similar look and things like that of Man of Steel. So we're not too sure how much of this will actually be connected. Maybe with the upcoming change of the DCEU, not quite a lot. Now, there's just two more things here before I finish this video. We actually see the bottled city of Kandor, which is one of the biggest things in Superman, or at least for Superman himself. The fact that Kandor was a city on Krypton that was shrunk by Brainiac, and the fact we see it here is pretty cool. I think it's a nice little touch, and maybe Brainiac is going to probably have this as his first attack. He might shrink the city in that way. He might shrink it first and then maybe move on and attack everyone. Now, Superman actually came across Brainiac. He stole the city back and he took it to the Fortress of Solitude. Now, the thing is, he doesn't actually know how to kind of bring the city back, and I believe in Rebirth it's still shrunken, so that's pretty awesome. As well as this, we also see snow in here, which seems to be, maybe this is how they might introduce the Fortress of Solitude for Superman. Maybe he's going to place that in the past for Superman, but I'm not too sure on how that will actually work, but it might kind of have a bit of a problem with time and kind of time travel and things like that. However, that is it. Please drop a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you never want to miss a Krypton video, and I'll see you soon, and goodbye.